All right, hey everybody, Mark Burgess here, Big East Bass Fishing. Kind of a follow-up to what I've been showing you a little bit about with the prop situation on my boat. You know, long story short, you know, I damaged my lower unit, damaged some props, you know, sent them out, that whole story, rebuilt the lower unit instead of replacing it with a new one. If you haven't seen the other videos, at any rate, got a rebuilt lower unit and reconditioned prop, and finally got around to getting the boat out onto some bigger water, and it was only going 55 miles an hour. So I had two Yamaha 25 TG props, okay, which is the prop, the stock prop that comes with these motors. It's the best performing prop, you know, for the show outboard. So once, you know, it was determined I was only getting 55 miles an hour out of both of those props, and then it was known that both of them had been reworked. I knew the second one had been reworked, and I'm going to use that one as a spare now, because I consulted, you know, a bunch of my friends that are familiar with high performance props and going fast in boats and so forth, and they led me to Mark's High Performance Propeller out in Indiana. Mark is just the guy. Okay, so I contacted Mark, talked to him about what was going on, my boat, the slippage, and what was going to be my best choice going forward. Okay, so he had me take pictures of both props, send them to him. He determined from the pictures that the props were basically junk. Okay, so essentially they were both kind of new. I mean, one of them had a few little nicks in it and stuff like that you get from just normal use. The other one I only used up on Champlain and out in Oklahoma, Grand Lake, and didn't hit anything. No nicks, no dings, no dents, nothing, just the way they came. That was the worst, according to him, just from looking at the pictures. Basically, you know, there wasn't a lot of cut left in the prop. They took it out. So they cleaned the prop up, but in the process took what makes the prop grab water and push the boat fast. So sent him the better of the, what he felt was the better of the two props. And little thing about Mark, he's actually getting out of the business. Not totally out of the business right now. He's working with a company called Razor Performance Propellers in Tampa, Florida. Okay, so he's working with these people. He's down there now working with them. He's in Indiana. The new place is in Tampa. So he's down there with them, training them. They already know what they're doing anyway, but he's basically working with them on like specific applications for bass boats, things like that. Okay, so he was involved in it. They turned it around really quick. Again, Razor Performance Propellers in Tampa, Florida. So I just got it back. I did take a quick look at it. I haven't had it out of here yet. So here it is. So be careful, don't drop it on the concrete floor. So, I mean, it obviously looks fantastic, and I can tell that there's a lot more cup in it. Okay, now obviously I haven't run this prop yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on the boat, and then my next opportunity for open water, which things are locked up solid here. We're having the best ice season we've had in quite some time. So everybody's out on the ice right now getting that fix and getting rid of some cabin fever. Okay, we're also getting ready for the New England Fishing Expo, which is this Friday, starts this Friday in Marlborough, Mass, the 31st, and then February 1st and 2nd. So I'll be out there for all those 3 days. So I'm just doing everything I can to get ready for the seasons, because it's coming up really quick. I got a couple events in March, a little pre-practice for the regional qualifier of James River in April. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing on there, and then, like I said, my earliest opportunity, I'm going to go ahead and run it. All right, so let's get to it. All right, I already got the grease on there. Bushing on there. There's a brass bushing on that's already on here. Okay, you want to make sure that's good and seated. Again, you know, I've done this quite a bit, but if you haven't changed out a prop, you're doing it for the first or second time. Basically, the way everything comes off, opposite goes back on. So you want to kind of lay everything out so you know what goes where it went. So I got another brass washer here. Make sure that's all seated in there good. Washer and the castle nut. All right, get that down there, and then you want to take a look and see where the holes lined up. Well, the cotter pin. Piece of wood here is always a good idea. I know I've talked about that before. Let's see where it's getting there, getting close. I like to get it as tight as I can get it, and get lined up. There we go. So the hole's now lined up with the groove in the castle nut. Go ahead and get our washer put back in there. Well, just can't do anything with gloves on. And get the cotter pin back in there. Okay, get the cotter pin down in there. I like to turn it. So the head of the cotter pin is in the groove of the castle nut, and the longer end of the cotter pin is out towards me. I just turn that up a little bit. Good to go. All right, so there you have it. Next step obviously is to run it and see what we got, and I'm going to try to duplicate the conditions, and it shouldn't be too hard once things open up a little bit. The water was very cold when I ran it to determine what was going on and how much slippage I had, and then I ran a buddy of mine's brand new prop, as you saw, that was pushing his boat 70 plus, and then when I put it on this, you saw, you know, I had 70 miles an hour, you know, out of this boat, but water temp was pretty cold. There was some ice on the other end of the lake, so I should be able to pretty much duplicate that. And that's when you're going to get your best performance anyway, when the water's cold and the air's cold. That's where you get your best performance. All right, so that's the next step in between now and then. Getting everything done. I went up, I got my registration. I'm gonna put the stickers on the boat. I'm going to obviously service my motor, and you know, with the fuel filters, water separation filter. Gonna change the lower unit oil, engine oil, oil filter, grease everything up. Getting ready. May do plugs too. I did them last fall, but I may do them again. I've gone through a lot of my tackle already. A little bit more work to do with the reels. I thought I was going to fish a little bit longer than I did before things locked up, so I'm going to kind of de-rig for the wintertime deal. A lot of the stuff is same stuff I'm going to use for first thing ice out too. But so anyway, going to go through all that, take inventory of the baits that I need, equipment that I need, and get that coming. I've already done that a little bit, but I'm looking forward to doing a lot of that this weekend at the upcoming show. So, all right, without getting too long, that's what I've been up to, and you know, we're back to a couple videos a week. I think I only had one video last week, but a couple videos a week, and I appreciate you guys taking the time out to check out what I'm doing. All right, everybody have a great day, and we'll see you very, very soon now.